Relax and get loose while I put you up on game. The Figure Booth with Josh and Nate. This that podcast for those in the know. Batman vs. Iron Man. How would it go? We talking one of a kind. Collectibles. Mezco toys are respectable. It's unacceptable if it's not in the packaging. Nate don't take pics if you ain't rapping it. Nate's dirty tricks are always happening. But damn it, man, don't you be stressing. Round here we believe in plastic confessions. We trying to figure out the figures that's gonna stand the test of time. That G.I. Joe handmade hit me in the spine. There's perfection in the way that these toys are made. But I also wanna know, do I pick Wade or Slade? So this is where I come to kick it with the guys. The Figure Booth. Like, comment, and subscribe.
Back again. What's up, everyone?
Welcome back to another Monday live stream.
Yeah, the Hustle and Motivate Mondays.
Round 2.
Happy birthday, man.
He's labeling Monday Motivation. Thank you, by the way, Josh.
Yeah. How's
it's
it?
It's a coincidence that it landed on another Monday live stream, but I'm happy to be here for my birthday.
Another year.
It's a good way to spend the night.
More wiser, would you say? Have you gotten any more?
Sure.
I know we're talking about
I'm just getting older.
Mondays. When you celebrate, you get our age and your birthdays are on Monday. It's like that kind of stinks.
That's true. Yeah, because you still have responsibilities at the end of the day, and I very rarely will take my birthday off now unless I know that I have something big that I'm doing. Otherwise, I'll just work anyways. So it was a pretty uneventful Monday, but I got to celebrate this weekend.
Oh, nice.
And shout out to Mike, who's in the chat, Arizona Toy Hunters Guild.
Hey, what's up, AZ Toy Hunters? We got
Toy Malarkey. We had Toy Malarkey, Scarlet Kid, Old Man, Hosetown. Oh, that's a creative one. Thanks, man. He says happy birthday. Appreciate that. But yeah, I was going to say, I got to actually hang out with Mike this weekend, which was really cool. We went to Arizona Toy Con, which is a local convention here in Arizona. It takes place in Glendale. It's probably one of the biggest ones around here. I think that's where we used to have the Phoenix Comic Con until it moved down into actually Phoenix.
Yeah.
But it was awesome. There was a crap ton of people there. I was really surprised. I got there like right when it opened. Yeah. And there was a fairly long line. And they had something which I wasn't aware they were doing. They're doing like an early bird entry thing, so you could get in there an hour early, but they didn't really broadcast to anybody.
Yeah.
So I got there like at 9:45 and didn't realize you could do that, but it was actually like an extra $10 to get in early, and I knew that there wasn't a whole bunch I was after, so I didn't do that. But anyways, I got in there. Yeah, I didn't do the early thing because I was there probably like 15 minutes before it opened. So I just went to the back of the line, which the line was a lot longer than I expected it to be.
Yeah.
And I got to check out the show, got to check out all the vendors. A lot of people that follow me on Instagram and they follow Mike. I ran into Mike. Me and him kind of hung out, and he introduced me to a lot of cool guys. It was great. It was a lot of fun.
I know. I was watching some of his stories in the line and just the people. I think everyone's just anticipating those shows. Like, we're excited to be back at it,
I think that's really what it is, man. People are just so amped up to get back out and just do something like a con or some type of pulp culture event. So the fact that was going on, I think that's what really drove a lot of people there.
It was. We got Gonzo
crowd
in the house. He says, "What's up, guys? Happy birthday, Nate! Little cake." And he's cutting the cake for you. Look at that. Gonzo cut the cake
with his Tuesday Crew knife. Thanks, Gonzo.
You might want to clean that knife before you stab it in the cake. Chamba's in the house. He says, live show, nice. NYC Figure Fanatic. Happy Monday. Happy Monday, NYC Figure Fanatic.
Yeah, and thanks for the birthday wishes, man. Appreciate that.
Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah, I know. I saw there was a couple of artists, like Gridiron. I think they do like 112 weapons. They have like a table there. Looks pretty cool.
That was awesome. I was really tempted to get a lot of that stuff. Yeah, Gridiron was there. Los Vikings collectibles. Arizona Figs, I think, was there. Yeah. T Bellet, which is a guy on Instagram who's selling some mezcos. Just a bunch of guys that I've talked to. Just haven't really been able to meet.
Yeah.
So that was probably the best part. Like I wasn't really there. Obviously I like figs, but a lot of the figures there were older vintage stuff. There wasn't a ton of newer things, and if it was newer, it was probably a little more than I was willing to spend.
Yeah.
But the community was the best part, just being able to hang out with all those guys.
Yeah. Gonzo says a lot of stabbing's been done with these knives. Don't be cutting the cake, spreading something.
He's a backstabber extraordinaire.
Mm-hmm.
Even though Adam is probably one of the most supportive guys about the figure booth.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Adam.
Yep. Always showing love. He's always with his 2 cents on my post. I appreciate it. A lot of head shakes, but I appreciate it. That's cool. Did you pick up anything at the show?
No, I was looking for a movie Venom, actually, the Marvel Legends movie Venom, because I had missed out when it originally released. And they had a couple there, but they were all like too much. It was too expensive for what it was.
You see what's one of the Tuesday Crew fellas did to mine?
Oh wow, it looks classic, dude. That looks awesome.
Yeah.
So what they painted? They made it like a matte black. It looks like.
Yeah, they painted over it.
Symbol.
Rick did a freaking amazing job on it, and it matches on. He did the other head sculpt in the other hands too. I got this in last week. It's crazy, and then the back too matches too. It's crazy good.
That's actually the version I would prefer. Is that one that you have in your hand there? If they could make that as a Marvel Legend, I would definitely buy it. But it's a really good paint job.
Oh, it's crazy, and I was avoiding picking up MCU stuff because I really don't. I try not to get too much MCU stuff just because there's a lot, and a lot of it's really good. I really like the movies, but I try to stick all my Marvel Legends to comic stuff,
Right.
But this Venom, I've seen everybody, from Jay Hernandez and everybody was talking great things about this Venom, and I was like, and it just by luck, I happened to swing by my Walgreens, and they had them, and then they had them on sale. I think it was like $11.99 or so. I was like, I got to pick them up for that price.
Yeah, that's what I was talking to Mike at the show because I told him, I said, hey, if you see, this Venom, let me know because I'm looking for it. And he was like, oh yeah, I got that at Walgreens for like $10.
Yeah.
So when
Sometimes
I saw it like $35-$40, I was like, I'm not going to spend that much.
Yeah, I'm glad that was the first and only time I saw him. What's up, Omar V? He's in his house. I share my daily mantras with him. He's a mantra supporter.
Nice. Oh, and Mike reminds me, we went to Drawn to Comics here locally.
Yeah.
And also Triforce Games and Comics, because I don't normally go down that far, like in Glendale. So those are 2 shops that I had not been to locally. But Drawn to Comics was awesome. Two different stories and just tons of modern figures. Like a lot of the stores around here, you don't see a lot of the modern stuff. You see stuff like maybe 2 or 3 waves older. Mm-hmm. Or just really vintage figures, but Drawn to Comics had a lot of the newer stuff, like stuff I don't even see it at Target or Walmart. They had a better supply.
Yeah.
That store.
Yeah. Scarlet Kid 1 says, Prime getting all the deals, Venom in the hood, finding figs cheap. And my look is just for the MCU. Like I hold out on some of the Legends. If it's comic accurate, or it's like a comic inspired figure and it's really a character I like, I'll jump on it right away. I'll pre-order it. But if it's an MCU fig, I'll wait on it. And it's funny because I waited, this is what I got for Plastic Confession this week. I ended up getting this guy on sale.
Nice.
$15 at Target. And then I picked up this guy too. Gonna do the customs paint job that you've seen everyone done. Make them match the colors on the back. Mm-hmm. Which should be somewhat easy. But it was so funny because I scanned it with my phone on the Target app and it said like $15, but it said sold out at my store. And I was like, well, I have them in my hand. I was like, all right. I went up to the register and I scanned them and they came up $19.99. And I turned around and I told the guy, hey, these are, and before I even told him, he's like, what's the sale price? I was like, 15. And he just punched in $15. I was like, damn, I could have said $9.99. And he was like, whatever. Yeah, with my luck, the time I do try to do that, they're like, wait, hold on. I need to see 2 identification and I need to see the sticker. And I was like, nah.
Karma's a bitch. She'd probably come back and haunt you later on.
So I was like, cool, $15. Can't argue.
You do have really good luck with sales, though. I mean, you're always finding stuff on sale, like that hood figure. You found a bunch of those Raptors for $8.
Yeah.
It's always when really good luck with that.
That's the thing. It's when I'm not looking. I'm just like strolling down the aisles like a dummy, just do. Then I stumble across like these Raptors, and I was like, oh, let me go scan them. $8. I'm like, well, I'm filling up the basket.
Yeah, of course, it's when you don't really want to buy figures that you see the best deals, and you're like, well, I can't really say no to this, so might as well. Yeah, Scarlet Kid knows. Oops. Wrong one. Yeah. Sonny gets all the deals too, according to Gonzo.
Oh, Sonny gets the exclusive ones. He already has like the hood head. No, the Dr. Doom head for the Galactus bath or the Galactus bath.
I saw that.
He gets them as soon as they announce them. He has them in hand.
Did you see his 2 recent hood posts? He's got the one of he's sitting in the birds? Tub and he says, yeah. Well, there's the one where he's sitting in the tub and it says, "Don't judge me."
Yeah.
And then there's the one of the birds, like you can't even feed pigeons in peace.
So the one with the birds
that was a great photo.
Yeah, it cracked me up. And like the hood's a really fun figure to have because of the expression. But I think Sonny has implanted that seed in my mind to like do some like really comedic shots. So when I saw his picture, I was like, oh, I need to take a hood picture too. Like the birds coming up, that's totally like it was just so well executed. I was like, damn, I'm gonna have to do one too. So he's inspired me to start taking some pics, you know.
You can definitely see he's come a long way with just what he does, you know, and it's all comedy related, but you can see he's learning as he's going because his pictures get better. Like that one, you know, if it wasn't just it's a joke, but it's also like a great toy photo actually. Yeah. He's got the pose down, he's got the setup really cool. He's got that little table.
And the birds really look like they're attacking them. Like the birds were posed really good. I was cracking up. I could see the action. The action sold me on it.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
Oh, Scarlet Kid once says when Sonny left the review on Michael's website, that was hilarious, and he had a picture of the hood with the hot dog. Man, Sonny kills me.
Yeah, he's incredibly creative.
Yeah,
Mike says Red Hood equals figure of the year.
Yeah, and it's crazy that I found him for $5. Like I was probably the best deal I found so far. And
that's a great deal.
I've been picking up lots of stuff lately. No tokens for me. Then this guy finally came in.
Nice.
He came in on Friday, a little delayed, but I'll open him up for the Enablers episode on Toying Around this Wednesday. And then I came across the second Back to the Bat Cycle.
Oh hell yeah! You got 2 of those now?
Yeah.
Reluctantly, yeah.
Well, one is for my V-Toys Robin that eventually is going to come in, and then the other one's for Batman.
Oh, that's a great idea. The V-Toys Robin.
Yeah,
that's an awesome idea. Yeah, I've been. I haven't posted my Miles, but I was getting him kind of like set up for a potential.
I can't wait to open. I'm going to open up on Wednesday. So
he's awesome, dude. Just such a solid figure. Lots of fun.
Yeah, I'm stoked.
Scarlet Kid says, "Damn it, Prime! I'm still waiting on my GameStop to get my pre-order of that Spidey." Yeah, mine took a while, Scarlet. I think I had pre-ordered it back in April, and it was originally supposed to come out like early July. Didn't get it till late August, and I've heard a lot of people are still have other delays going on. So don't worry, you're eventually going to get it. It's just going to take a while.
Yeah. I didn't have to wait too long. I got lucky. Jay's Figs with this finger booth.
Finger booth. Don't get that shit started, Jay. That was a Mario doing. Mm-hmm. Speaking of Mario, 796 Studios, the Cha-Cha Master himself. If you guys missed it, we posted a new episode yesterday with Mario as our special guest. So following up the Just Jay Hernandez interview, we did an interview with Mario. That's something that we're going to keep doing as frequently as we can. But we had a great time talking to Mario, kind of learning about his history, kind of how he got started, and just some things I didn't really know about him. But if you guys missed that, definitely check it out. We got the audio version on Spotify and all the other major platforms. And then we have the video version right here on YouTube. So if you're watching this, maybe after this one's over, check that out if you haven't already.
Yeah, it was pretty fun, especially the Dirty Dozen segment. I
That was...
got a couple of replies where they're like, "You got him with the Van Damme."
Yeah, you did like at least 5. I think he was laughing with us until about the 4th or the 5th one. He's like, "All right."
The 4th, he's like,
He's
like, "I'm not gonna say it. I know what you want me to say, but I'm not gonna say it."
Yeah.
And then the next one was like, I think the last one was like Double Impact or something. He's like, "God damn it, Prime."
You could see he was fuming for sure. But he's
he was cha-chaing under the desk. He was just cha-chaing under the desk.
Yeah, what you guys missed is after the episode, we had a really awesome cha-cha lesson. I've learned a lot from Mario.
Oh, yeah.
It was great.
Awesome. Yeah. Thanks, guys. Old Man Hosetown says, really dig the casual interview style of them. So, yeah, that's what we kind of want to do.
Yeah, great feedback. Yeah, if you guys, if there's somebody that you want us to talk to, I mean, we already have our next guest plan, which we're not going to tell you yet.
Yeah.
But it's going to be another banger. It's definitely a guy that you guys are familiar with.
Yeah.
But if there's other people that you're interested in that you want to hear from, maybe we can try to move people around in the schedule. Yeah. We're trying to build out that schedule pretty far so that we always have somebody on the, on deck for next week or whatever the case may be. But if there's somebody that you guys want us to talk to, definitely let us know.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, Gonzo said he wants us to show him some skills.
This stream would end real fast if I start getting up here trying to dance.
See, Jay's Figs got a free dance lesson. He won them on a giveaway. It's going to be awesome.
Nice.
It's going to destroy the dance floor. Literally will destroy the dance floor.
Yeah, you guys had a pretty big event. You were live streaming like crazy last week, man.
Man, so last week I jumped on Wednesday with Jay and Mario. We were just going at it like a divorcee couple. And we're trying to just,
what happens with you guys.
Yeah. And we're trying to like just shed some more light on the toy drive, the Toys for Tots and stuff like that. And then it was a good time. We had a good chat. On Friday, we teamed up. It was like a Hollywood Squares. Like everyone was there for the Toy for Tots on Infinity Equation. That was a fun time too. Mike showed up literally looking like the Grogu gif with his glasses. Just, I don't even know if he realized we're live half the time.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen that many people stream all at once. How many total guys were there in that stream?
I think there was 9 of us.
Nine. Yeah.
And then it was funny because then people were like, "Oh, I'll take Jay for the block, or I'll take Mario for like."
That was cool though.
Yeah,
the fact that you could still hear what was going on, you guys weren't talking over each other. You actually did a really good job for having 9 people in there and being able to keep it flowing and not talking over each other.
It wasn't just a bunch of like people rambling. It was good.
Right. That can become a mess really quickly if people aren't paying attention to what's going on.
Oh, yeah. And it was kind of hard because Adam was in the stream and he was talking about hot dogs and deep V-necks. And it was trying to go left a lot. So but it was good.
That's awesome. Jay said he slipped Kevin a 50, so it was a rig away after all.
I knew it.
Grumps, what's up, man? Good to have you here, Grumps.
Grumps coming in with the knives.
Toy Box of Doom, what's going on? Thanks for joining.
Hey, what's up, Toy Box? Nice.
We're going to have our own kind of, I don't know, maybe not knives, but something.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll come up with
maybe
something.
If we get more established.
Yeah.
We can't give ourselves that yet.
No, we'll let the people decide what they want to give us.
There you go.
So it's either going to be good, but we might not like it. So
yeah, it'll probably be something we don't appreciate, but that's cool too.
Yeah. So any other pickups you've gotten in the last couple of weeks?
Actually, I think I got a token this week, man. The last figure that I got was the Mezco Joker or the Sentinel Miles. I can't remember which one was which.
That was some time ago. And see, I've been complete opposite. I've been buying stuff like crazy, like a fiend.
Actually, you know what? Mistake. I got the NECA Ultimate April O'Neil.
Oh, okay.
I got that one recently.
Nice.
Haven't broke her out or done any photos yet, but I need to. I mean, the paint apps look good, which is the main thing I was worried about because I don't like ordering figures online specifically for that reason. Especially if it's something like a NECA or like a Legends, you never know what you're going to get with those paint apps. But I checked out the April O'Neil. It looks good, so I'm going to have to use it.
Oh, you got the movie one? Or
yeah,
no, you said
I got the
one. Oh, okay.
one that went up on the NECA store.
Yeah, nice. Old man Hosttown says we need a little arcade cabinet emoji. That'd be cool.
That's a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
That is something I can get behind. So other than that, you didn't get any more pickups, right? That pretty much covers
I didn't
it.
do any pickups. I did a lot of pre-ordering. Like I was pre-ordering stuff like left and right. And I almost forgot what I pre-ordered. I picked up, aside from that V-Toys Robin, I picked up something else. That the Kingdom Come Superman from V-Toys. Is it V-Toys? 5K Toys? I don't know. And 5K Toys was having like this thing where it's like, hey, we don't know what the price is yet, but we're giving you guys $5 discount if you order with us. I think by a certain time frame or something. I don't know. They have all the info on their site. So I was like, hey, you know what? It's a V-Toys body. It's gonna be awesome. I have a couple blank bodies. That Superman looks killer. So I'm sure, who knows when it's a risk I'm willing to take.
Yeah.
So I pre-ordered that bad boy.
I know we've talked about third-party figures, but it seems like just in general, there's more that are coming, and the quality continues to improve.
Yeah.
Like, everybody's really happy with that Robin.
Yeah.
There's been some other figures that have released recently that I think people are really happy with. So I think the trust is starting to kind of build with those third parties, and more people are willing to take a risk, which is great because that means 5K Toys is going to continue to supply them.
Yeah.
Which I think is what we all want.
Now,
speaking of custom, go ahead. Sorry.
Go ahead.
I'm talking over you, man. I was going to say, speaking of custom figures, that Grim Bat went up for order yesterday.
Yep. Yeah. It looks killer. Now I've gotten some head sculpts from Drone Customs, so he does really, really killer work. And I got, and it's funny because I bought the Punisher with the hoodie that was supposed to come out with the Mezco PX Punisher, but then it didn't come out. So when I got that head sculpt, I mean, that's head sculpt that I bought from him. It's crazy how good it is. You would have never thought it would have been just like one person that did this. You would have thought this was like a big company that produced it because the paint was on point, and it still holds up to this day. I think I actually have it on my Mezco Punisher. Like ever since I bought it, I've had him with that head sculpt. And a lot of people think, "Oh, is that the one that he came with from Mezco?" Johnny Number Cinco, what's up, man? Yeah. And I picked really up a Daredevil, like he's all beat up. I picked up that from him. Again, killer quality. Like the quality on that paint sculpt is on point.
Yeah, I was tempted to get those heads, but it seems like it all sold out really quick. Like the Drone Custom stuff and then the Millie Works stuff is all gone, I think, at this point.
The Millie Works stuff, like after a couple hours, it was all gone. The bundle was gone. You can buy it separately, but that kind of it adds up. What's up, Star Marvel? Right. What head sculpts were you thinking about getting?
The ones that came with that Grim Bat, like all three.
Of them? Oh,
yeah.
Wow. Look at you, big spender.
Well, I mean, it's Batman, and it'd be a great head sculpt. I love the one with the baklava kind of over his mouth, and then the other one with the screaming emotion. It just looked really good.
Those are the only two I picked up.
Really?
Yeah.
Those are probably the two I'd be most after.
Because I have like stoic face, just kind of. I have two different head sculpts from two different makers. That and then the Mezco is decent enough. So I was like, okay, I need something with expression, and then I want that one he's all covered up.
Well, it's really hard to find head sculpts that do have expression like that. Mm-hmm. Like I'm glad Mezco's been adding them to some of their figures, but for the most part, you can't find a lot of like angry Batman faces.
Yeah,
it's weird. You don't see a whole lot of them.
I'm gonna stick the hood's head sculpt on the Batman.
That'd be great. Just paint his hood black, and it'll fit right in. Oh, that would be great. Somebody asked Toy Malarkey. He said, "You guys get the V-Toys Death Knight? I don't see it at BBTS or Dorkside." I don't think that figure is really available anymore. I did not pre-order it. I'm kind of mad that I didn't, because after seeing some pics of it and hearing D Amazing's review and some other people what they've thought of it, it actually looks really great. Yeah. But I don't think it's very easy to find now. It's kind of gone on the aftermarket in those prices.
Yeah. You might want to check. I don't know if 5K Toys has any in stock. I know sometimes they do like a second run. Look at who showed up. 796.
Hey, speaking of the devil,
Mario? We're just talking trash about you. Just watch the replay.
Yeah, you missed your plug, so you have to go back and listen to it.
Yeah, we were watching, I think, Kevin's unboxing with Plasty last week. That was really good. Was it last week? Damn, like this is, yeah, I'm pretty sure it was last week. And
everything's running together for you.
Everyone's running together. And I literally, I walked away. I was washing dishes, and I walked away for like 2 minutes. And I came back, and I was like, wait, what happened? And Mario was like, watch the replay. I'm like, for 2 minutes? Get out of here. Didn't want to tell me. You want to be a jerk. But then he told me in the comments.
Well, you got to tell us. What was it?
I don't remember. I can't remember. It was like
some shade. Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think he was like talking smack, probably, or something.
That's about right. As much as people hate on Prime, everybody loves Prime, but it's like a love-hate type thing. It's a love-hate thing,
yeah. Plus, he's always trying to start shit. But I love the guy in a good way.
He does. Yeah, he's a great guy.
Yeah. Yeah. See, Jace Figs knows. He's like, Mario being a jerk? No way.
It doesn't sound like him at all.
No.
Mario getting confused with time zones.
He gets confused with time zones. He gets confused with Twitter. He doesn't know how to work Discord. Like, I swear, this guy's like the grandpa of the enablers. He's Grandpa Enabler.
Oh, Toy Malarkey said that he saw it on a site called Monkey Depot.
Oh.
Is it still there, Toy Malarkey, for anybody that's looking? I haven't heard of them either. So, I mean, I'm always getting a little bit wary of sites like that I've never heard of. But nowadays, there's so many of them.
Yeah.
So, I think you're pretty safe.
Bat Force
Grum. That was going to be our next topic here. Mm-hmm. Did you pre-order the Galactus? First of all, one thing that you stated is that if it does get funded, you're going to be the one responsible for. So were you number 14,000?
No, I kept missing it, and that was hilarious. I think that's what Plastic was talking about. How I was waiting for it to be 14. He's like, yeah, but Prime missed the boat. Like he fucked up or something. And then I was like, I'm gonna wait till it hits for Frankie Ray, and I missed that boat too. I'm gonna wait, and I just kept saying that I'm gonna be like the one. I ended up backing it up, but I'm glad that I think I was like, oh, it's only gonna be like at 14,500 or 15,000, but it totally surpassed that. Like I don't know. I'm glad that it's been a successful launch.
They could have added another stretch goal because as of right now we're at 27,871.
No way!
Crazy.
Wow, that's
it went
crazy.
From 14,000 to 27,000 within like 3 days.
That's insane. 27,000. That's crazy.
Yeah, almost insane.
And what would they have? Like 3 hours, 4 hours?
2 hours and 31 minutes.
Oh, 2 hours. Damn, almost 30K.
Guys,
that's insane. Because the last tier was at 22, right? 22.
22. Yeah, was
the Doomhead.
The Doomhead.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the Doomhead?
We're getting the 3 heralds. Honestly, like, the fact that it's successful. We're getting Galactus that size. That's it. Everything else is like a plus. Because to me, from like a collector standpoint, like me personally, I'm not the biggest Galactus fan. I'm a huge Marvel Legend fan, but I'm not the biggest Galactus fan. Mm-hmm. But the completionist side of me, I'm like, okay, if I have all these Marvel Legends, how cool would it be to have a Galactus? I have the Sentinel on the way, My biggest concern was, is it going to get funded or not? Like, that's a lot of backers that they need. The minute they hit that, I was like, cool, I'm going to get it. Everything else is just extra.
Right.
And I get it that a lot of people, they feel like the Doomhead's a waste. But I don't know the comic source or the reference where it's coming from. I saw a bunch of people post like, oh, it's a storyline, and and it looks like a really interesting story. What I was going to do is actually go back and read the issues. But I think it's I don't know if it's a really small story and a huge arc of comic history where it seems to me like there's so many people that aren't familiar with it. But at the same time, there's so many stories that a lot of us aren't familiar with when they take out certain characters. Like Morg was the last herald, and a lot of people were really, really excited, but some were like, who is this guy? Because his like span of being a herald was so short. He was only a herald for a short time. And I think it was like
I assumed it was some kind of comic story, but the first time I saw it, I was like, wow, that's going to be a little weird. A Doomhead on the Galactus body of something that's so huge. But I just assumed it was some kind of comic story, but I don't know anything about it myself. So
yeah, and the story is pretty cool. It's like Doctor Doom goes to like these celestial beings, and they show him how to like take over someone's mind, and he builds this machine because then the Fantastic Four go and try to take on Galactus, and then Galactus like disintegrates the Thing, like in the snap, like as soon as they confront him, he just disintegrates Thing. So then Reed Richards gets all like, he goes dark, he gets super depressed, and he gives up. So then Doom steps in, and he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna take over Galactus," and then and the panels are really cool because it's a much older story, and then you see him like it looks just like that, his Doom's head on top of Galactus's body, and he's like, "Okay, I'm gonna save the world now," and so again, I don't know how big of a story. Cool. Yeah, I don't know how big of a story that was, because I was like, what, Doom? I don't remember ever Doom being Galactus, but once I seen a couple posts and I was like searching, and I was like, I gotta go check out that story. But it is like, yeah, it is a deep cut.
Yeah, Mario had asked, why do you guys think it jumped so high? I personally feel like it's a lot of people that are waiting to see if it actually got funded.
Yeah, that was my biggest thing. Once it got funded, I was like, okay, I'm gonna get this and see what else,
So I think a lot of people were waiting for that, and then once it did get funded, I think they added morgue. So it was like extra incentive to like, hey, if you can push it this high. And I think the thought process probably was, all right, if they're going to get funded and then add another tier, they're probably going to add another tier after that. So let's see how far we can push this. Yeah. And they kept delivering. So for the people that were early adopters, though, it's just like, it's like free goodies.
Right.
Let's feel good to be, one of the first. And you're like, okay, now I'm getting extra stuff that I actually didn't plan on getting.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, I'll be interested to see what it actually ends at in 2 hours and 30 minutes, because it's grown significantly. With even the last time I've refreshed, it's grown by like 100.
Yeah, look, Mario's like, I thought you have till today, dude. You have like 2 hours left. You better get that. Tomorrow you're gonna be picking yourself.
Believe me, Mario, I got the same kind of FOMO because I'm resisting. I'm telling myself no. But I know as soon as it closes, I'm gonna be like, man, I should have done that, because we all know the eBay prices are going to skyrocket.
Because how much was Unicron for the HasLab? Wasn't it like $500?
Yes. Oh, speaking of,
and I've seen it for I went to the toy show, and I think some guy was selling it for like $1,500 or $1,200, and I'm like, because if you're a huge Transformer fan, you're gonna want that Unicron. And if you didn't get a chance or you didn't know about it, I know. Some people were like, they don't have a good pulse on it, and they see some things, or they need to have them in their collection. They're like, oh, I just bought this for like $1,000. I'm like, that came out, you could have been on the ground with that. They just weren't aware.
Yeah, it was funny that you mentioned that, because at that toy show that I was at this weekend, somebody was selling the HasLab Unicron. Oh, and it sold. It was, when I walked in, it was listed at $1,400. And by the time I made my way back to that table, it was sold. Yeah, so it's sold for $1,300 easy.
Yeah, Jace Fix says Unicron is over 1,000 everywhere. Yeah, and I saw him at the toy show. I think it was like 1,200 or 1,300, something like that. But same thing with the barge. Like people were flipping those. So
I think there's a lot of people in that. Mike, he's talking about he's been fighting with himself all day. I think there's a lot of people that are doing that right this moment. You got 2 hours left. Do you do it? Do you not? I think Mario's still deciding. So if we see that Mario's selling a bunch of figures tonight, we know that he probably jumped in.
Because you know what you're going to see. You're going to see everyone's pre-order listed on eBay, and like asking price is going to be like $1,000. Look at the Sentinels. Sentinels are all over. There people haven't even had them in hand yet, and they're already all selling them. Mm-hmm. Yeah, 1K easily.
1K easy. But NYC Figure Fanatic says there's significantly lower quantity of Unicron, though, which I don't know what that goal was, but that's a good point.
Yeah, since those were their first like HasLabs, right? It was like the barge, then Unicron.
I don't know what that got funded at or what that ended up at, but that's a great point, because there's going to be at least 28,000 Galactus out there.
Yeah,
which is huge if you think about
at least, because some people bought 2. Or some people
like the average
bought 3. Yeah.
just as a comparison, the average Mezco produces at like 6,000 to 8,000, I think. At least when I used to track it. I don't track it as much anymore, but just as a comparison, Mezco goes for about 6,000 to 8,000 in production count. You're talking about 30,000 Galactuses on the market all around the same time. So I think if you didn't get it, a good chance maybe to buy it at a decent price is probably right when people get it in hand, because they're going to be offloading that second or that third one, or even maybe saying like, I need my money back. I'm just going to sell this. And then it's going to swamp eBay.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. Toy Malaki says goal for Unicron was 6,000. It ended at over 10K.
Okay. So, yeah, I mean, that is significantly lower when you compare the two numbers. You're almost at 30K here for Galactus. I don't know what Sentinel ended at, but I think Sentinel, when set starts to shift and you see it in hand, that might be a good indicator of what you're going to see Galactus in the aftermarket for.
Yeah.
Because it's about the same price and initial cost.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. That's what excites me too. Like Gonzo says, to see all the pictures that everyone's gonna start doing, especially those that get more than one Sentinel. Because man, I was so close to getting 3 Sentinels, and then I was like down to 2. And I was like, oh, I'll just get 1 because, I'm like, I'm gonna run out of room. Especially, I think they had just announced Thunder Tank, and I was like, oh, I want to get the Thunder Tank, so I'm gonna have just 3 big shelves, and that's it. No more figures. It's gonna be Sentinel, my Thunder Tank, and then Galactus, and that's it.
I mean, that's valid though, because the space is a big concern. I think a lot of people have is like, when that comes in, that's going to be great, but where the hell am I going to put it?
Oh, come on, Mario, do it live.
Oh, he just said what I was thinking. 32 inches, man. Where the fuck am I going to put it? That's what I started to think about when I first got that NECA.
Just sleep with it. Put it next to you in the bed, and then you could turn them on. It's like a nightlight.
Toy Malarkey says correction Unicron was 8,000, so even less.
The target was 8,000, not 6.
A lot of people are talking about like I can't wait to see the photos. The first thing I think about is like, where are you going to find a background that'll fit that thing?
Probably outside. Would be good outdoor photos.
That's true.
Or
like
just
hanging out next
you're
to
gonna need a legit photo. Like you're gonna need a legit photo studio. Like you're gonna show up to JCPenney with your Galactus and your Sentinel. Take some holiday pictures.
Yeah, if you really want him to look like he's out in space or something, you're going to have to get like a 32-inch TV or a 45-inch and put him up next to it and then try to take that photo. It's going to be tough, man.
Yeah. Come on, Mario, do it. You need to support the chat. Mario,
dude, if you've entered the credit card info, you're already there.
Come on, just click it. Click purchase. We'll sell some figs.
Do it, Mario.
We'll do payments. Do a balance transfer. Come on. Call your credit card company and be like, hey, do you got any promotions right now for new purchases?
I need to increase my credit limit. You think you give me an extra 2K right now?
Oh, he's going to buy that many Galactus?
He's going to buy a few.
Hey, sell one of your Sentinels that you get in. I think he bought like 5 of them. Sell a Sentinel, pay off the Galactus.
It's funny. I've actually DM'd him about one of his Sentinels. I was thinking about like, ooh, I want that Sentinel. Yeah. And I don't want to do the same thing when Galactus rolls around because I'm telling myself no. But I know once I see in-hand pictures, I'm going to be regretting it.
I'm going to send you a picture of all 3 of us. Just we're going to be hanging out.
Yeah, I think the thing that kind of keeps distracting me is like I look at my BBTS pre-orders and my Mezco, and I'm like, dude, I still have so much stuff coming on top of trying to pay for that.
Yeah.
But it's going to be amazing. I think either way, people are going to be happy. If you backed it, you're going to get an amazing figure, something that's just one of a kind.
I was a little like, oh, man, I bet the minute I hit purchase, I was like, yes.
The credit card.
Yes.
Love you for that. Let's see, what else? So we got the Galactus. I know you're probably, if I had to guess, I know you're a big Transformers guy, but are you thinking about getting the next HasLab? Which is,
I'm on the. I saw the light. It's like I'm not familiar with that character though, because
Victory Saber.
Yeah, he looks really cool, and it's under $200. I think it's like 180, 179, something like that.
180, which is cheap compared to that Sentinel.
Galactus.
It also looks like Galactus. It also looks like an artist proof. Like it doesn't have any paint, which is probably why it's cheaper.
Yeah. Boosted Figures says, you guys are killing it with these shows/podcast. Keep it up. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Thanks, man. I really appreciate that. But yeah, I mean, that's cool. It looks huge. I don't know if it's going to be the same size as Unicron, but it's kind of cool to see them sort of going back to, okay, let's do another.
I think it's going to be like, I have a feeling, because I saw the stream. I think it's going to be as big as that Prime that I have.
Oh, okay.
They were building it, and the guy that was showing like the pieces together, he put it up, and he was like, oh, and he was holding it like this. So I was like, I think it's going to be probably like this big.
That Prime is sweet, by the way. I love how big that thing is.
I'm going to put it right, see, next to the Sentinel, and I'm going to do Galactus, Thunder Tank.
How many inches is that Prime? Just as a comparison.
I think it's 20.
I mean, probably
18.
Yeah, okay. Didn't expect you to have a measuring tape, but
yeah,
just as for instance. Star Marvel, your cameras are so crispy. Well, that's good news for me because I typically have connection issues, so I'm glad it's coming in crispy. Prime's the one that is always solid over there.
Oh, it's just my lights. That's all. And I cleaned my lens.
It's good to do that every once in a while.
Yeah.
Prime Fig at Target for $125. I did not see that one.
Oh, it might be. Wait, is that the deluxe one?
I'm not sure.
Oh,
Scarlet Kid was asking about it. It's at Target, $125. It's an Optimus Prime figure.
Yeah.
So it sounds like a bigger one.
Yeah.
Chamba says, for real, digging this live aspect on top of the regular episodes. Thank you, Chamba.
Here with our friend Prime and Mini Prime. I'll put him on the little baby Bjorn here.
What else we got, man? Mezco Alien.
Yeah. What'd you think about that?
It's on the seamless body, which we still have no evidence of that being successful or not. Depending, I mean, based on what we've seen with Mezco delaying the 89 Keaton for so long,
yeah,
I have some serious concerns about that seamless body and not only how it's going to articulate, but how it's going to hold up over time. Mm-hmm. Because typically what you see with those rubber overlays on those bodies that they start to wear when you articulate like the elbow too much, like right in this inner part, it starts to kind of wear down over time.
Yeah.
Which I don't want that to happen to Mezco, especially for one that's expensive. And now that Mezco Alien is going to be on that same seamless body, which I think really works. I mean, it looks great, but I need some proof of concept. I need to see that it's successful and they can handle it.
Yeah, and I think that's what the chat's saying too. So Scarlet Kid says the alien head sculpt looks crazy. Old Man Hostown says the seamless body that nobody has seen, because they keep talking about the seamless body, but when's it going to be released? Like, we're still waiting on A9 Batman. And what was the date of shipping on that Mezco Alien?
On the Alien?
Yeah.
January to March 2022, which means probably
2050.
May to August 2022, or not until January 2023.
Yeah. What's up, Payson? Yeah.
So I mean, it's cool. I think if you're a horror fan, if you're an Alien fan, it's really awesome. But I think there's probably a big collection of people that are like, why would I get the Mezco when I can just get a NECA for $30 or $25? Because NECA does an amazing job with their Alien figures, and you get them for, a quarter of the cost. Mm-hmm. So I think if you're into the Mezco scale, it's going to be smaller. Yeah. So it's not going to be the same size. It does come with some really cool accessories, though, I got to say. You get the face grabber, you get the open egg, you get the closed egg, you get the chest burster. You get two different versions of the face grabber. You get some weird tools, which I thought was a kind of a random ad. You get like a wrench and then like a spit drenched one or something like that. I'm not really sure. And then, the different hands for the Alien. So you get some unique stuff, which is cool. I mean, I love props. So that alone, I'm like,
the props are really good.
Tempting.
Chava says the Alien body can't be the same body as Batman, though. Completely different proportions. And that's
true.
Because that alien should have really long, lengthy, limbs and a short torso, right? And that bat, I don't know. That's the thing that's kind of killed my passion for Mezcos. They show us so much, and that pre-order list is getting longer and longer. And there's a bunch of us out there that have made posts about all the pre-orders that are still pending out there.
Mm-hmm.
And I've lost count of how many Mezco I have on pre-order. Where I'm to the point where I'm like, you know what? Unless it's going to be in stock, I'm not probably going to pick it up.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are feeling that because, like I was just talking about, that pre-order list continues to get larger, and I'm worried that what I've seen in the last couple of years is that Mezco will delay things around, a little bit throughout the year, and then as soon as November, December rolls around, boom, you get like 6 or 7 different releases all at the same time.
Yeah.
So right when people are trying to buy gifts for their family, they're getting all these Mezco orders, which if they would have come out originally on the right time, you wouldn't be so strapped for cash all at once. But the fact that they drop everything at once, I think it really messes with people, which is part of the reason why I try to pay for Mezcos up front, just so I don't have to worry about it in case they all get delayed and all come out at the same time.
I try to do all up front because they've messed me up like that before, where I think I got hit with 3 Mezcos in 1 month. And I was like, nope, can't do that again.
Plus, with all the Mayfex delays, I think we're going to see a lot of that dropping around the same time. Yeah. I think these next few months are going to be rough if you've got a lot of pre-orders out there right now.
I forgot about all my Mayfex orders.
Soon enough, you won't be able to forget about them.
Man, that was one thing. Like we were talking about Mario, it's like there's so much stuff out there that you forget. And I'm like, did I even pre-order that? Like the Mayfex, by the time it hits, you forget what character's already out there. Yeah.
Adam says, I wonder how tall Mezco is making their Alien and Predator. Are they going to be taller than the rest of their figs? Sure. I hope so, because if you're talking about true 1/12 scale and trying to compare to other figures they have created, the Alien and the Predator should be taller in my mind.
Yeah.
Because they're bigger than a normal human. And a lot of their other stuff is normal humans. And I don't think from what I recall, we don't have any other figures that really are like a Predator or an Alien where it's just totally unique. Yeah.
Like I'm still waiting for them to list that 3-pack of the gorillas from Planet of the Apes. Like that looked like really good.
Yeah, that would be an awesome set too, just for extra army builders.
Who knows when we're going to get them?
Uh-oh. Looks like you might be enabling Star Marvel here.
Star Marvel, get those mechs. Acid Raid or Joy Toy, get them. I got a bunch of mechs.
I didn't see any of those at the Toy Con. I was looking for.
Oh, you didn't see any?
I didn't see anything there.
I was waiting for you to hit me up, be like, hey, I found these Joy Toys.
I bought them for you. Give me some money.
Yeah.
Oh, I just backed Galactus. Sorry.
Yeah. And that's why I see, Scarlet Kid and Payson, they're saying that the strip lights are turned off right now. OnlyFans banned me, so they're going to get rid of my account. No more strip lights. Candlelight since I backed up Galactus, Candlelight is the only way tonight. We're doing Candlelight and a cup of noodles.
Saving money, so he's got to cut out the lights for now.
Yeah, that's right. Destiny comes on at 10 o'clock. You guys get ready. Get those dollar bills ready. Or Diamond, Cinnamon with an S? I don't know. That's a good name. Cinnamon with an S. She'll be on next.
Tune in after the stream for Cinnamon on OnlyFans. Speaking of aliens, though, NECA released a bunch of new aliens.
Yeah.
So that's cool. Which I think I don't know. It was an alien anniversary, right? I think that's why a lot of
it always feels like it's an alien anniversary.
Yeah,
don't they have like 8 aliens? So it's like every year it's going to be like, this is Alien 4 anniversary, Alien 5 anniversary.
That's true.
But those was like the Panther and some other like the animal ones, right? It was like a throwback to the Kenner. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, old recreations of the old Kenner figures.
And I remember I used to have a bunch of those too. So I was like, it's pretty cool that they're paying homage. There you go, Prime's OnlyFans page to pay for Joy Toys.
You gotta get the extra funds somewhere.
I gotta figure it out.
And I mean, speaking of our last episode, we're talking about selling figures to pay for figures.
That's right. Yeah.
Or you can just start an OnlyFans page. Either way, do something to make money for your figures so you're not grabbing that wallet every single time a new pre-order comes out.
If you got throw on the lights, throw on the lights.
I kind of agree with the Star Marvel. NECA pretty much owns the market of alien figs. I think that's why that Mezco, like Jay's Fig said, if you're like a huge Aliens fan or a huge Mezco fan, I could see you getting that new Mezco.
Yeah.
But if you're more of a casual guy and you just kind of pick up what comes out, I think you're probably just going to stick to NECA because why not? They make great figs. They look awesome. There's really no reason to spend $100 when you can spend $30 on it.
You know, and that just makes me think like what other licenses they can do. Because I'm thinking like they did Predator, they're doing Aliens. If they were to do Terminator, like they would probably kill it with Terminator with some LEDs in the eyes. Oh man, that'd be
that would be cool. Yeah, that's a great idea. Especially with their attention to detail on weapons and stuff, you could really like just outfit him out with all kinds of stuff. Yeah, they did like a T-1000. Wow, man, you got me thinking. John Connor.
They already gave us Dick Tracy, so got that.
Yeah,
my next wish, Terminator.
They're listening to you, Prime. So just keep saying it.
Terminator. We're gonna start the movement. Mezco, give us Terminator.
That's funny.
Flick the lights. Yeah, it's 3 figs I can't get. That's 3 Joy Toys I can't get.
Yep. He's in trouble now.
Oh yeah, Starbucks says he'd love Mezco to do Indiana Jones. That's a good one.
That would be great. Yeah. There's just so much untapped potential with Mezco that I think, Beetlejuice, I think is a big one that you see a lot of people talk about.
See? You're a figure fanatic. He knows what's up.
He knows what's up.
I didn't want to go down that path because it gets really dark really quick, and then we can't get ourselves out of it. And Mario's in the chat, and he gets all excited the minute he hears that. He's like, he starts trying everywhere. So I was trying to keep people
at bay.
Yeah.
What else do you want to talk about? We have other pre-orders, but I know there's a couple other things, and this hour's going by really quickly.
Oh yeah. What else did we have lined up?
We're going to talk about possibly No Way Home stuff or What If stuff.
What If stuff? Because the No Way Home, I think
it's probably killed by now.
It's not too much, but the What If, I rewatched all 3 episodes this weekend. I gotta say, my favorite one's still the first one, the Captain Carter.
I agree. Captain Carter is definitely the one that, and I think they probably did that for a reason. They're like really trying to start with a big impact, and that's just gonna like blow your socks off. And that first episode was really awesome. I think we both messaged each other afterwards, like, okay, I think I might have to get a Hydra Stomper now. After seeing that, when the initial pre-order went up, I'm like, I don't really care.
Yeah.
But after you see it in action in the show, you're like, okay, I
got the Hydra Stomper, and it was so funny because I finally got my kids to sit around and watch it with me, and my daughter, she was like on the edge of her seat watching Captain Carter, and she was just like, oh, that's like Captain America, but she's a girl. And like it was resonating with her so much. I was like, damn, now I want to get a Captain Carter figure.
Mm-hmm.
Because she was like, oh, really she's like and I'm like, look at that, like Disney's doing their thing, and at first my son was like, oh, it's Captain America, and they're being, they were able to pick up on all the tones, how like the guy was like, oh, you shouldn't even be here. To me, that was just like,
right.
It didn't really like, not that it didn't resonate with me, but I was like, oh, okay, that's just like they're doing that. Okay, great. But then seeing my kids' reaction to that, they're like, oh, those guys are jerks. Like they're picking on her. And then my daughter, when she saw her like smash the truck, then my daughter was like totally into it. She was like vested into the episode. So I was like, oh, cool. And then the other 2 episodes, they were kind of like, eh.
Yeah, I mean, I did like them. Like, I really liked the T'Challa Star-Lord. I thought that was a really cool way to give us some Chadwick Boseman, because he just left so suddenly, and I just felt like we didn't get to see him, as much as we wanted to. Yep. And it was cool that they had recorded all that audio for that show, which makes me think, man, that idea was an old idea.
Yeah.
They've had that brewing for some time, and from what I understand, Chadwick Boseman's voice is going to show up in a couple other episodes.
Oh wow!
Where Black Panther is featured. So that's a really cool way to kind of like
that's crazy good.
Just remember him.
Yeah,
right around the time that it was the anniversary of his death too, which was cool.
That was awesome, and it was a really good episode. I like that second one. Just I think hearing the drums and everything, like, you know, when he gets close to the Wakanda airplane, like, you know, it's gonna go down. You're like, oh, and you get pumped. Like for me, I was like, oh man, it takes me back to watching the Black Panther movies, and I'm like, oh, it's awesome. It was definitely a good episode. I think my favorite one was the first one, the Captain Carter, just because of all the action and stuff like that.
Yeah, well, you touched on something. I think they do a really good job of grounding you in something that you're familiar with.
Yeah.
Like with the Captain Carter, they set up that whole scene where Steve's going to get the injection.
Yeah.
And then it changes where Peggy's like, no, I'm going to stay on the floor. I'm not going to go in that protective area. And that's what changes the whole thing.
Yeah.
And then, the whole T'Challa thing, they go to the wrong place, pick up the wrong kid, but it's the same setup as that. And then it switches. And then in the third episode, it's the same idea where Nick Fury is sitting down and talking with Tony. They give him an injection to stop the growth of his palladium disease, but it's actually laced with, I think, cyanide, and it kills him. That was the weirdest part of the third episode, is seeing all the Avengers die off. Like, it's hard to watch that. You're like, oh man.
When they injected him and like he died, I was like, huh. And especially when like they were looking at the needle and they're like, oh no, like the fluid didn't even go into him. Something was shot out, and I was like, Ant-Man. Great. I was like, Ant-Man. It has to be like, and then instantly I was like, oh yeah, because even in the comics, he has some history where he turns evil and he becomes Yellow Jacket, and there's usually Hank Pym is either like good or he goes bad. They've done different variations of his character, or he's had some problems with his wife and he was a good guy. Like, I don't know, there's just so much. So I like that they took that angle on Hank Pym where he like went dark and like he's like, I'm gonna take out all the Avengers, because they see him in the comics like, who wants to be Ant-Man? Like, he's just a little tiny whatever, unless he turns big, then okay, great. But he's not one. You think Avengers, you never think of like Ant-Man. It's always like Iron Man, Hulk, Thor, or Captain America. So it was cool that he went out and he took out all of them. And I was like, seeing that, I was like, oh damn, that was really cool.
Mm-hmm. It reminded me of that, and I know I'm switching to DC, but it reminds me of that Justice League.
Let me turn off the camera.
It reminds me of the Justice League Doom movie, where Batman's got like he's got a plan of how to take down all the League members. And Ant-Man was very specific in how he took down all the members of the Avengers, especially the one with Hulk. He gave him that like growing formula, and it ends up making Hulk explode. You're like, holy shit, he killed Hulk.
Yeah, he killed the Hulk. See, so it's like, oh man, DC, I'm out. I'm out of here.
Oh man, you got to show a little bit of DC love. I'm the only DC representative here, so I gotta speak to it every once in a while.
All right, next week I'll wear my Batman hat. I like that. That's about it. It was cool, and just seeing some of those, like the way they took out the Hulk, it was like that scene from the Edward Norton movie where they start firing. I just thought the way they handled it.
And then they flip it on its head. Like, okay, now Hulk's gonna die.
Yeah, he looked like a freaking Cabbage Patch Kid about to explode. It looked so funny. He was like,
weird.
I was like, okay.
Yeah, I was wondering how they're gonna kill him. Like, how are they gonna kill Hulk?
They kept saying it. He can't die.
Right.
I wanted to see the green ooze splatter everywhere. Like she just got slimed, but that didn't happen.
They had to censor that down a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Adam, Grumps, coming to my defense.
All right, well, all three of you.
I was going to say, if Grump's still here, I know he's going to chime in. But yeah, I mean, What If is great. I'm really enjoying it. It's a really cool idea of something to flip up, the story on its head. I'm really excited for the Spider-Man Zombie Hunter one.
Yeah.
And I want to see the. Go ahead.
Oh no, I will say the Zombie Hunter one is going to be cool because that hopefully they do more than just Captain America as a zombie.
Right. Yeah, I think hopefully they do give us more than just him hunting Captain America the whole time.
Yeah.
Which I think they will.
Yeah.
And then the evil Doctor Strange is going to be cool to kind of see how that plays out.
And it seems like that might be the next one because I think they teased an image of it for this week's episode.
Mm-hmm. We'll see. And I want to see the Gamora Thanos one. That one looks cool.
Yeah.
Which I got to say, it was weird seeing Thanos in the second episode as a nice guy.
Yeah.
And then I've seen all these memes. It's like when you fight him as the boss, he's kicking your ass. But then when he joins your team, he's not nearly as strong.
Yeah.
Because it seemed like he was getting beat up pretty easily. I mean, maybe not easily, but he's fighting two pretty strong guys, but he went down quicker than I expected.
He went down quicker than when he took on the Hulk. Like he mopped the floor with the Hulk, and he's over here with these two, and he's like screaming on the floor. Yeah.
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 Like, what?
I know. My daughter was like, "Hey, that's Thanos. Why is he the good guy?" And I'm like, "Well, in this one, and she's like, "Oh," and she's like, he's good. I'm not interested."
Scarlett says I'm sorry. Adam says the what if figs are already hitting collectors' hands. Wow. That's quick.
Yeah.
But you've seen Marvel Legends, man. They turn those waves around. You see them do the solicitation. It's in your hands within like a couple of weeks.
Yeah, because that AOA wave has been shipping from Target.
Kevin Feige said that the what if is canon, and you'll see same of these what if characters in the movies. That's really cool.
Yeah.
So Scarlet Kid's basically saying like what they're building right now in that what if show is canon for the rest of the MCU. So it builds into that, which, man, they're really pushing this multiverse thing.
Yeah, they are.
I think you're gonna see so many new stories just based on that, and probably movies of spin-offs of Marvel comics just from that stuff.
And then they can just do like, hey, we're gonna do another Spider-Man, but this is like a different, like, you just it's gonna be a little chaotic, but
from Disney standpoint, it's such an easy way to guarantee future revenue. Like, we can make whatever we want, really, and everybody loves these characters.
30 Spider-Mans. This is from universe 617, 618, 619. Like
exactly.
And the whole store is gonna be filled with Spider-Mans, and we'll probably buy them all.
Yeah, people will eat that shit up, man.
Yeah.
Spider-Man sells.
Hells yeah.
What else?
Let's see. I think for as far as like other things we talked what if.
Yeah, we're trying to, I mean, for anybody listening, we're trying to keep these fairly strict to an hour just because we know live streams can go on for a long time. We know you guys are busy. We appreciate anybody that's been joining, and we'll keep this up, as long as we can. Hopefully we can do another one next week.
Yeah, for sure.
After that. But if there's, like I said before, if there's topics you guys want us to cover, don't be afraid to DM me or Josh, or you can DM our Instagram, figure.booth. We're running that one. We're trying to be more active on there. Just, give us your comments, give us your feedback. We're open to kind of changing up things. We don't really have, we're trying to keep things that you guys are interested in. So if there's something you want to hear about or you want us to hear our opinions of, feel free to let us know. We'll add that into a future episode.
Yeah. I guess it says here, Toy Malarkey says the multiverse will mostly likely be used to relaunch the MCU since actors can't stay young forever.
That's a great idea.
Versions, Yeah.
Yeah. And they're saying that the Riri Ironheart's going to show up at some point.
Yeah. And it gives them a chance to like really introduce the new, fresh, characters in the comics without having to do like the whole entire backlog of like the whole story arc of like, oh, here's Iron Man when he was going through this and that. You can just pick up right where the comics are at right now.
I mean, you're not too far off, Scarlet Kid.
Yeah.
Just wait for that next episode. You'll see what it's about.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I think that's pretty much it. That's all we had for them today. So
yeah. We appreciate you guys joining.
One in the books. Yeah.
Yeah. Appreciate all you guys hanging out. We'll do this again next week. So, plan for that. We're trying to fill up the void of maybe where a live stream doesn't exist currently. Because we know that Tuesdays and Wednesdays and Thursdays are kind of all full right now. So we thought Monday was a prime opportunity
for there you go.
A new live.
We should shoot confetti every time you say prime.
Prime. We'll have like a auto thing that happens when that
Optimus just rolls through.
Yeah. Roll out.
Yeah. Oh, perfect. All right. Awesome. Yeah. Thanks everyone in the chat. Look at that. Cha-Cha is going to get his Cha-Cha on. You guys send him a message, tell him to send you some free dance lessons.
He's totally open to it too. As many orders as possible.
Yeah. Hopefully you got that Galactus because you're running out of time.
Yeah, I think you got about 2 hours left, Mario, or less than now.
Come on, get that Galactus.
He had the credit card info in there. I'm wondering if he actually already hit purchase.
I hope so. All right, that's gonna be it. And thanks guys for tuning in. You guys can check us out. Make sure you subscribe, you comment, you like, and we'll see you guys next Monday.
See you later, guys. Thanks for hanging out.